Good evening. The Shiva Friends on English 1302. All right. Today we're going to be speaking about understanding the power of reading. All right. At Northwest University, a survey was conducted which showed that women were more attracted to intelligent men. Did you know that during the enslavement of African Americans, they were forbidden to read because the slave owners knew that an educated slave is a free slave? Everyone wants to have a competent partner, so spending a little more time at the library will be an ideal place to find true love. And no one wants to be enslaved by a lack of knowledge, so picking a good book will take you wherever you please. Today I will inform you on the power of reading. I do not consider myself an avid reader, but this year I have read over 60 books, and through my research and interviews, mostly with my mom, I have found that reading is a very important part of the human growth. Especially nowadays, since we are surrounded by electronics, television, cell phones, computers, an old-fashioned black and white processed tree would empower our brain, health, and our children. That is what we are going to cover today. I respectfully ask you to come along on this journey and that you open your minds and heart and take in everything you hear with care. First thing we're going to talk about is just a brief history of writing. Since the cavemen started sketching on the cave walls, human beings have taken another step further into this large world of ours. We took the genome process on another level. Instead of relying on our DNA to pass down important information to the next generation, we figured out how to write it on stone. The Egyptians took the same idea and made it a bit more complex and etched it on tablets with the help of symbols to pass down for generations. They showed us that the afterlife, the Great Pyramids, and the power of the human mind, which could not be done solely with DNA. The Chinese formulated it into a script that can be followed and eventually spoken, and the Greeks formed a system of words and letters that will shape the writing of language of multiple societies. And now we share the knowledge of the world with every culture on the planet. Ladies and gentlemen, the power of reading. In my opinion, the biggest problem in the world right now is stress. And this could be solved very easily. Just a few minutes of reading every day can reduce stress by 60 to 68%. That was proven by a study by the University of Sussex. I might be saying that wrong, but University of Sussex in 2009. The same study showed that it slowed the heart rate down and eased muscle tension and your state of mind. And then everybody knows the mind is the most important thing, and keeping it stress-free and functioning properly is ideal. Reading releases more stress than listening to music, drinking tea, or playing video games. Another study was done at Rush University Medical Center that showed that adults 32 years old and older who spent more time reading or doing creative activities had a slower decrease in cognition at later times in their lives, which means the older they got, the more healthy their brains were. Safe to say that the more you read, the healthier and stress-free your brain will be, and the younger you will feel when you hit a higher age. The most important thing is letting kids know the power of books. Just like your body, when you get a good workout, from a bike ride or gymnastics, your body will still healthy. The same thing goes with your brain, which is a muscle. It needs adequate exercise to stay healthy, and reading is a perfect exercise. It creates brain power and it boosts intelligence. It boosts imagination. When reading, the brain creates new connections, which helps improve memory and cognition. The more connections you create, you will be better at making better decisions and being more intelligent. Kids benefit from reading in multiple ways. One being eloquent communicators because of their increased vocabularies and being exposed to different dialogues and the stories they read, which in turn will help them become more confident in school and in life. And through all the connections they have created, they will be more successful in school, from middle school, junior high school, all the way up to college. Unlike television, reading helps kids create a great sense of imagination. Mostly through reading fiction, children will live 1,000 lives and will better understand the world around them since they put themselves in other people's shoes. They will be more empathetic, understand people that are different from them, and mostly they will be great thinkers. Speaking of thinking, I don't know if you heard of Earl Nightingale, but he once gave a story about a boy and his father. The boy asked the father asked the son, "Son, why do you go to school?" The son paused for a second, thought about it, and he said, "So I could learn to think." The moral of the story is that schools spend a lot of time teaching kids how to read in hopes that they will become better thinkers and they will make better connections in their brain. Giving a child the gift of reading will keep them ahead of their peers and they will better understand themselves as they are growing up. To close this chapter, we had a brief history of writing. We dove into the brain to see the benefits of reading, and we saw how reading will help the younger ones in the long run. There's a wealth of information about the power of reading. I've only touched the tip of the iceberg. Before closing, I want to leave you with this. The only thing you absolutely need to know is the location of a library. That was by Albert Einstein. Thank you.